So a Pollyanna is defined as an excessively cheerful or optimistic person. Someone who is blindly optimistic, illogically optimistic, unreasonably optimistic. They're usually seen as having their head in the clouds, being naive, not being very grounded. They've got all their friends around them trying to pull them down by their ankle, pull their head out of the clouds and get them to be more practical or realistic or have a firmer grasp on reality, right? Pollyanna is actually considered kind of a negative connotation where, people judge you or they disrespect you for just kind of being out of touch with reality and naive and overly optimistic. And so that fear disguised as practicality is usually what brings the person back down to earth and makes them more grounded, more rational, more reasonable, more logical. Thinking with your head. Sometimes Pollyannas are considered airheads, not as smart. It's like, be smart. Be smart about it. So the term connotation, the term Pollyanna has kind of a negative connotation attached to it. And sorry guys, I don't know, maybe the masculine version of this is Pollyandy. So Pollyanna, Polyandy, this applies to everybody. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I had 2 readings this past week where the other side came through and said, all right, listen, trust us here. We want you to change your mindset. Just be a Pollyanna. Just become a Pollyanna. You'll be fine. You'll manifest it. You'll create your own reality. We don't care if, people think you have your head in the clouds. Just create your own reality with your positive thoughts and your excessive optimism. Just be a Pollyanna. And they were saying you have to believe to achieve. And, it's like Napoleon Dynamite. If you can dream it, you can do it. And that was the advice from their angels. And it happened twice in the past week. And I've never heard them even mention this word before. So it really freaked me out. And so I sat there and I was thinking about it. And I was like, God, Pollyanna, huh? That's so severe. And I was like, God, I see their point. So I thought it deserved a video because a Pollyanna mindset and overall attitude towards life is going to be pretty cool. Because it's a domino effect, right? Optimism puts gas in the other side's tank. It's how universal energies are constantly responding to your thoughts. So if you let go of a painful past and you realize the past is no reflection of your future, you're going to be more positive about the future and you are going to end up having a positive thought process. Rewire your brain. Get those neurotransmitters firing to where your thoughts turn positive instead of negative. Don't always assume the worst. Don't always play it safe. I know you look naive. I know you look like a fool. I know you're afraid to dream and to fantasize because people might laugh at you. But just do it because you're manifesting with your thoughts. Now, another thing is now that you have these positive thoughts, you're going to emotionally respond to them. So in turn, you're going to have positive emotions. Now, so if you've got positive thoughts and positive emotions, what's going to happen? You are going to end up raising your vibration, your overall operating state as a soul. You're going to be a closer energetic match for the divine himself because you'll be happy. The other side is very happy. The angelic realm is very happy, very positive, aligned with truth, etc. So if you raise your vibration, you're going to be closer to God and the angels. So what does that mean for you? Plump and juicy and delicious. It means your intuition is lovely and beautiful and open and attached to your higher self, the part of your soul that lives on the other side. So you just opened up your third eye. You're connected. So you've got some awesome intuition going on. So you know which way to go at each intersection. You know which decisions to make. So if you start making all these awesome decisions for yourself because you're so connected to God, the angels, your higher self, your spirit guides, etc., you're going to just genuinely lead a better life and be happier. So happiness will result from your mindset, okay? So you're okay, you're aligned with truth, things are working out for you, you're feeling good, feeling strong, and that's the signal you're broadcasting with this Pollyanna attitude. What happens? So you're broadcasting the signal as a soul. what happens to you? The universe responds to it, and the law of attraction kicks in. So you start attracting awesome things to yourself. People, relationships, abundance, love. All gets triggered and attracted to you. Because you're in this like calm, loving state. I love myself. I love other people. My heart is open. I have nothing to be afraid of. What am I afraid of? My heart's open to humanity. I'm ready to pursue my life purpose and get out there and kick some butt. You have nothing to be afraid of because you're so optimistic, right? I don't have anything to be afraid. Everything's going to be fine. Everything will work itself out. Oh, there's some twists and turns in the road. Pfft, it'll be fine. Maybe as I'm river rafting, I get water splashed in my face, but everything's going to be fine. I trust God. I trust God. He'll take care of me. It's his problem. Everything's good. I just need to stay positive. So the universe rises up to support you. Now, one of the things, I wanted to bring up self-love too, because self-love has to come up in every single video, right? They will never let self-love go, because the more you love yourself, the more love you attract from the universe. So just keep that in mind. That's also part of your lovely optimistic mindset, is optimism about yourself as a person. No critical inner voice. I love myself too. So that's part of the optimism. Be optimistic about yourself as well as your life and your future. Now, I want to stress the importance of gratitude, because this is also a really important mindset as well, is feeling like you're blessed and lucky in this world and fortunate and taken care of, as opposed to a poor me mentality where you are a helpless victim and all this world ever does is beat you up, and this world is a crappy place. I hate people. It's dog eat dog. I gotta look out for myself. Everyone else can kiss my butt. So if you have that kind of closed attitude where you're closed off to the collective, your heart is close to humanity, you're not as excited about pursuing your life purpose, you're self-protective, you're coming from a place of fear, self-doubt, maybe a critical inner voice where you're kind of beating yourself up, where you don't really have a high opinion of yourself either, well, the universe responds to that as well. So the universe can be your best friend or worst enemy. So that's probably the worst thing you can do to your life. I have to say, when I look at people commanding universal energies with their attitudes, beliefs, opinions, thoughts, ideas, feelings, free will decisions, because you're commanding universal energies with all of that and creating your own reality. When I see that, the poor me victim mentality is usually at the core of it. And this is really, really hard to do, believe me, because the other side constantly shows me the number 55. And it's to say, hey, Christine, we're here, your angels around you, whatever. But the primary message behind that is usually like, keep a positive, optimistic attitude about the future because your thoughts are manifesting. And I see 55 everywhere. And I'm like, I know, okay, I'm trying. And it's really hard to stay optimistic about the future. And every time I catch myself, I turn it around into gratitude. I go into feeling mode as opposed to thinking mode. I try to be more sensual and notice things, the wind on my face. I chew my food slower, the hot water in the shower. You just become more sensual and grateful for the little things. You just scarf down dinner like it was nothing, like, oh, I'm hungry, okay, now I'm not hungry anymore. Like, taste your food. Take the time to taste your food and really appreciate the beauty that this world has to offer. So gratitude is the total opposite of the poor me victim mentality, and that can turn your day around immediately. What do I have to be thankful for? What are my blessings? Write them down. Okay? So that can snap you out of the victim mentality, which I think is actually really important, because, like I said, the universe will just turn on you. They'll just attack you. I've seen the universe attack people for the poor me mentality, lack of self-love, and then also just trying to be a martyr, where they put other people so far above themselves that they're like down here, and then the universe just attacks them. They think they're actually helping other people, but the universe just picks up on that lack of self-love and that imbalance there between unconditional love for other people and unconditional love for yourself. The universe picks up on that imbalance and just takes you down. So there has to be a self-love aspect to that as well. So like I said, attitudes and beliefs are important, right? Which I've said in previous videos. Your overall attitude, your overall mindset, maybe you're not consciously thinking of this stuff, but it's like in your subconscious mind. Subconscious minds tend to be more positive and optimistic. Conscious minds are the ones that tend to be a little more cautious, negative, worried, fear. And so that's why I thought it was really, really important to kind of spell this out for you guys, because this is a domino effect from the Pollyanna mindset. I mean, look at this domino effect where it's like, okay, positive thoughts, positive emotions, I raise my vibration, I'm more intuitive, I'm making better decisions, so I'm happy, I'm attracting awesome things to myself, people, opportunities, love, money, I'm loving myself more because I don't have that stupid critical inner voice going on. It's just all the negativity is just gone. Like, you may as well have just cleansed your chakras. You may have just said, I command all darkness away from me. I mean, literally, like, this is how to get rid of the dark. I made a video called, Are You Giving the Dark a Red Carpet to Your Brain? This is like the total opposite. It's like how to not give the dark a red carpet to your brain. This, Pollyanna and Pollyanny. Right? So, attitude of gratitude, being thankful, making sure your attitudes and beliefs are optimistic and that you're just feeling good about the world. Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Life is good. People are great. Everything's fantastic. The world is an abundant place, and the universe wants to provide for me. The universe wants to give me wonderful and amazing things. I just don't want to have any limited beliefs or energetic blocks to receiving that abundance. The other day I was meditating, and the other side showed me an image of me like kneeling and just putting out my hands to like receive abundance. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Thank you. What a fantastic clairvoyant image they showed me. So that's their attitude. They want to bring wonderful things onto your path. You just have to be there to receive them. Don't block them. So this domino effect is fantastic with the Pollyanna attitude, but let's talk about what works against that. People think you're a fool. You look like a fool. People think you're naive. You look like an idiot. You're dumb. People do this a lot in love. They take that leap of faith. He's so dreamy. She's so dreamy. Oh God, you look like a fool. Be safe. Self-protective. Protector, be safe. Be practical. Well, what if this person is your soulmate? What if this person is the man or woman of your dreams? Well, that person being practical was wrong. They were totally wrong about that person. Because you were safe the entire time. Like, oh yeah, I end up with this person. Please don't badmouth them. So you see how, being smart, that's cool. I mean, the naysayers were wrong, but they were smart. So you know why they were wrong. They were just being protective. It's like, well, you were also wrong. So sometimes you have to be like a fool and taking that leap of faith and then, hope that you're correct. I mean, no risks, no rewards, right? I mean, you can be safe and practical, but, you don't have to be crazy about it. But just, perhaps leaving your comfort zone a little bit there. And just trusting in God. What makes the collective consciousness collective? Trust in God. Truth. God is truth. So our higher selves that exist in the collective consciousness, they trust God. They're aligned with truth. The truth just is. It's an absolute. So yeah, they're connected in that. And so I was thinking back to something that I brought up in past videos. It's a book by Don Miguel Ruiz called The Four Agreements. And he says, always do your best, don't make assumptions, don't take anything personally, and be impeccable with your word. And I was thinking about that in relation to being a Pollyanna. And it's like, yeah, you're kind of a Pollyanna. Like, don't just assume, people hate you or whatever. Don't make assumptions about other people. Don't take things personally. Assume that, like, what they're going through has more to do with them than you. Like, just, everything's great. People are great. I know they didn't mean that, but, dismissing that kind of thing, that's kind of a Pollyanna attitude, and you look naive and like a fool. But look, that's even like his advice, and it's fantastic advice. I have the 4 agreements like stuck on my desk to remind me those four important points. So fear can be very practical. Your loved ones trying to pull your head out of the clouds can be very practical. But I don't know, like I said, after them bringing up, this whole Pollyanna attitude, I'm like, okay. Because I used to be that way. I used to be that way when I was younger. I was a total Pollyanna. And I miss it. And I want it back. Was my life better when I had the Pollyanna attitude? Absolutely. Definitely. Absolutely. So, yeah. I guess you could say I've tested this theory, and it does work. I think that's why their advice hit me so hard, and I had to make a video. But, the world wants to, you know, just take a crap all over you. The world, being a Pollyanna, the world's going to judge you and beat you up, and they're gonna try to, beat the crap out of you. And sometimes it's, care and concern from your loved ones, and sometimes it's just fear, it's just people like working from a place of fear where they're just like rolling their eyes at you like, what a dork. You're so naive. Get real. And so when they do that, you look over and you say, hey, get off my cloud. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.